Okay. This is the Hispanic Scientist of the Year, Dr. Samper, and he is Colombian, from Colombia, and I'm with Latin Times. My name is Victor Padilla, and we're getting ready to interview him. Tell us about yourself and your background and your familia.
I grew up in Colombia to an American mother and a Colombian father, and spent most of my childhood there, which was part of the reason I fell in love with nature. I decided to become a biologist. Then came to the U.S. to go to school. I went back to Colombia, and then I've been at the Smithsonian and National Museum of Natural History for about 10 years.
What inspired you to be a scientist?
Well, the nature around me. I think you can't help when you're a small kid growing up in a tropical country, but to be fascinated by the creatures around you. And as a child, you're always asking questions about the world around you. And I think that's what made me become a biologist.
Tell us about your accomplishments and projects you're working on currently.
Well, I've got a great team of people with me at the museum. We host about 7 million visitors every year. We've done some great new exhibitions on topics like mammals, oceans, and human origins. Probably one of the bigger projects we're working on right now is something called the Encyclopedia of Life, which has been launched online, which is an electronic encyclopedia with access to knowledge about all life on Earth.
Can you tell us how and what our youth can do to help our environment today?
Everything. Part of what we have to realize is that we rely on nature around us for everything we do. Everything we eat, everything we drink, the air, the water. We have a responsibility of looking after it. So everything we can do every day, from the things you buy, the things you eat, the way you recycle, the turning off your light bulbs, every single action that every one of us can do, if everyone does it around the planet, it makes a big difference.
What can you tell our youth to inspire them to become future scientists as yourself?
I think science is just one of those areas where you actually get paid to have lots of fun, and you can continue asking questions and learning and you get to go to incredible places around this planet. And I think it's a wonderful privilege to do this. And I think this is going to be a century of biotechnology, and there are going to be so many important breakthroughs for humanity in the next few decades. I think it's a great time to go into science and technology.
One last question. Who has been your inspiration and hero in your lifetime?
Been a lot of people, but certainly one of my professors at Harvard, Edward O. Wilson, was one of those people. That he had this incredible love for nature as a scientist, but also an incredible ability to communicate. He invented the term biodiversity, and I was his student. He's certainly been one of those people that influenced me tremendously. The other person was my father. My father, who was just an incredible man, who would always have wise advice and counsel. And he used to do research in agriculture, so he could actually coach me for many years. I learned a lot.
So you grew up in it too?
I did.
That's awesome.
So my father was definitely a huge influence.
Well, it was a pleasure interviewing you, and this is Victor Padilla with Dr. Samper.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.